You forget 50% of what you study within 1 day. After 2 days, you forget 80%. By the end of the week, almost gone. Sound familiar? You're not lazy, you're not dumb, it's just the way your brain works. This is called the forgetting curve, and unless you do something about it, it will always win. Chapter 1. The study struggle we all know. This is Alex. He sits down to study. The exam is next week, and this time you promise yourself things will be different. Alex starts strong. He reads the textbook line by line, he highlights almost every sentence. Occasionally, he pauses to check his phone, reply to a message, or scroll Instagram. After 3 hours, he feels like he worked hard. On the other side is Haruki. Haruki enters his quiet study space at the same time every day. He uses the same pen, sits in the same chair, and lights a small candle before he begins. He knows the human brain has a natural capability to do deep focus for 25 minutes only. This is his signal. It's time to focus. He studies for just 25 minutes using a timer, and then he stops, and then repeats the cycle of 25 minutes study again. Result. Alex feels productive, but can't recall anything the next day. His brain got exhausted after 25 minutes and could not hold the information beyond that. Haruki studies less, but remembers more. His brain feels relaxed by not getting overworked, and the familiar space and routine ensure the environment for deep focus. Chapter 2. The science behind forgetting. Alex is unaware of something called the forgetting curve. He assumes that if he studied it once, it should stay in his brain. He plans to cram again later in the week for hours again. Haruki understands how his memory works. He knows his brain is designed to forget unused information. So he doesn't just study once, he plans spaced reviews. After 1 day, then 3 days, then a week later. Result? Alex forgets almost 70% of what he studied in just 24 hours. By the time the test arrives, he's back to square one. Haruki beats the forgetting curve by reviewing right before his memory fades, so he keeps getting stronger. Chapter 3. Active recall. Remember like a samurai. Alex and Haruki have both just finished learning a chapter about World War II. Now they need to lock that information into long-term memory. Alex flips back through the textbook, reading over his highlights. He watches a documentary on YouTube. It feels relaxing, even enjoyable, but he never actually tries to recall anything on his own. Haruki closes his textbook, takes out a blank sheet of paper, and writes down everything he remembers. Names, dates, battles. When he gets stuck, he doesn't get upset. He sees it as a training moment. Every time he struggles to remember, his brain strengthens the connection. Result? Alex feels like he knows the content, but when tested, he blanks out. Haruki may have struggled more in the moment, but when the test comes, he remembers everything clearly. Chapter 4. Spaced repetition. Water your brain. A week later, both students are preparing for a history quiz. They need to review past topics so the information stays fresh. Alex opens his notebook and crams 5 chapters in one night. He reads everything again. He hopes repetition will make it stick, but it's all in one go. Since the day Haruki first studied the topic, he has reviewed it 4 times, in short, spaced-out sessions. Each time, he reviewed just before he was about to forget. He used flashcards and self-quizzes. It took only 10 minutes per review. Result? Alex feels overwhelmed and tired. He remembers random bits, but nothing deeply. Haruki feels relaxed and confident. The information is already in long-term memory. Chapter 5. Kaizen. 1% better every day. There's still 1 week left before finals. Alex and Haruki both feel the pressure. Both want to build consistent momentum and avoid burnout. Alex pulls a study marathon, 4 hours straight, then none the next day, then another burst 2 days later. He's either overworking or procrastinating. It's an all-or-nothing pattern. Haruki follows the principle of Kaizen, a Japanese method of improving 1% each day. He doesn't wait for pressure to build. Every day, he studies for 30 minutes. No more, no less. Just enough to keep getting better without stress. Result? Alex burns out and panics the night before the exam. His energy is gone, and his confidence drops. Haruki stays steady, sharp, and in control. His small steps turned into a mountain of progress. Chapter 6. Su, the art of deep focus. Distractions are everywhere. Phones, noise, tabs, notifications. Both students need to focus. Enter a mental state where studying is effective and distraction-free. Alex studies on his bed. His phone is next to him, buzzing. He has 3 tabs open: YouTube, notes, and music. He feels like he's multitasking, but he's not really absorbing anything. Haruki creates a study ritual. He studies in one place. He lights a small candle, removes his phone from the room, and sets a 25-minute timer. This tells his brain it's time to work. No music, no tabs, just one task. Result? Alex struggles to concentrate, switching tasks every few minutes. Nothing sticks. Haruki trains his brain to enter a deep focus state. In 25 minutes, he does more than most students do in hours.
Chapter 7. The 6-Minute Study System. After studying any topic, both students have a choice. How do they lock in what they learned? Turn one study session into lasting memory, efficiently. Alex closes the book and moves on. Maybe scrolls social media. No review, no testing, no reflection. Haruki uses the 6-minute system. 2 minutes, active recall. He tests himself on what he just learned. 2 minutes, spaced repetition. He checks what he got wrong and reviews it. 2 minutes, application. He solves a quick problem or explains it aloud. Result? Alex quickly forgets most of what he learned. He'll have to relearn it later. Haruki reinforces the knowledge in just 6 minutes and stores it for the long haul. You've seen how Alex studies and how Haruki studies. Now it's your turn to decide. Keep repeating old habits or start using smarter ones. You can go back to highlighting and rereading and hoping for the best. Or you can study like Haruki. Actively recall, space your reviews, focus deeply, and improve a little each day. Most students will forget this video tomorrow and keep cramming, but the top 1% will act. They'll start today. They'll remember for life. If you made it till here, please don't forget to like this video. It helps us stay alive in this competitive world of YouTube.